Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Welcome back to the Kerry and Pierre YouTube channel where we discuss culture, goals.
And we also discuss social issues, we do reviews on pop culture, and we discuss our relationship and things about us. We really let you guys into our lives so you get a real insight as to who we are in real life. And one of the things, as we said, is we're going to be interviewing ourselves and couples as we go along with the channel. So look out for that exciting content, right? So if this is your first time here, remember,
Y'all know the drill. Well, as far as the people that's been here, you already know what I'm about to say. Make sure you stop, subscribe. And I looked at our analytics.
Yeah.
Hold on, matter of fact, we gonna pull them analytics up right here, right on the side, right here. Okay. We pulling the mugs up. I'm holding y'all accountable. Right. Why is it about 62% of y'all not subscribed? Come on now. I need y'all to hit that subscribe button. That way we can get them subscribed. But other than that, today is actually a real, very, very, I guess I want to say, serious topic.
We today we decided to discuss something that affected both of us. And it's something that kind of plagues the gay community at large, where folks think it's okay to out someone else, right? And really just decide that it's now their role to put someone else's business in the street, right? And we've both been, I don't want to say victims, but we've both had that experience growing up, and just being part of our life's experience. And we just wanted to talk about it, and just sort of raise awareness if you may be young or you may not be quite sure what it's like, being gay or being open about it, or even if you should go that route. We just want to share some information based on our experiences,
right?
And share a story with you guys. Right. Let's see where it goes.
Now, I also wanted to say this conversation didn't come out of nowhere. I mean, we did have somebody off of Instagram message us, and they were letting us know their situation, what was going on with them, and they talked about like suicide and things like that. So we just wanted to, like KJ said, share both of our experiences of us being outed, and I guess how we overcame it and moved past it. So the first story on how we were outed. Do you hear me? Outed. Out of the closet.
Right. Listen, we were kicked out of that.
Okay, so I guess I'll go ahead and just kick it off. Sure. So the first time I was outed, everybody, it was at work, and I was outed. The person outed me right in front of like two other managers.
What is that?
So at work, I was working, and I was actually like, I saw somebody there that I knew liked me, and so I had let this particular person, give me some head.
Top him off. It took the top off.
Yes. Twice. That was it. And I'm sorry, I'm being so blunt with y'all, but it was the truth. I let this particular person give me head twice. So, I don't know. I guess after those two experiences, for whatever reason, people's emotions get involved. And I was super, super young at the time. So, I ended up cutting that off because I started feeling like people around started figuring it out, and I wasn't yet out because I know like other people started saying things. So I ended up cutting that person off, and then they ended up getting mad, and they would like be at work, and they would be purposely like saying stuff and making it seem like we got a beef, and nobody even knew we was friends or even knew each other. So now people think we got this random beef. And then what ended up happening, I guess like one day the management was like, all right, guys, what's going on? And they called us into the manager's office and like, what is this? What's going on with him? And he was just like, well, me and Pierre are dating. And I'm like, Bar? Dating? I was just like, I couldn't believe that happened. So he said that, and I was just like, wow, I'm not even out. It was a lot. It was a lot. And
you tell them that all he did was give you.
Yeah, I told him when so I didn't say anything when he was going back and forth with the management in the office, and then I finally, pulled the manager aside and was just like, listen, this dude only gave me head 2 times. And then she was like, it's okay. Like, I was shaking. I was like, this dude then threatened to out me and go to my other job because I had 2 jobs at the time. He's like, I'm gonna come to your job and slash your tires and all that. I'm like, what the hell? But I say all that to say, do not mess with anybody you work with. I've learned, I've grown. You know, I had a lot of wrong in that scenario as well. I shouldn't even have tried to mess with somebody I worked with.
That was your first. You were 20 years old. I mean, you weren't out, and in my opinion, like, there's always that phase and state of curiosity where you're trying to figure out if that's really for you.
Right.
And I think in some cases people prey on that.
And
even
I will
even
say,
when you tell them where you're at, a lot of times their expectations is just like, unrealistic. Which is kind of was the case for me.
But let me say one more thing about that same guy who outed me. He did reach out to me on like Instagram years ago, and he was like, I'm sorry, I was stupid, I was young, and da 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 da. And at the time when he wrote that, I didn't want to hear it, so I just blocked him because I was like, how you find me on Instagram? I just blocked him. But now that I'm older, yeah, I feel him. You were young, you were dumb. We all was young and dumb. So, hey, no, I don't feel any kind of way anymore about it. It is what it is. I've grown. I've moved past it. Yes, I had a moment. Did that situation make me cry in the bathroom at work? Like I was Tony Braxton, unbreak my heart. Yes, but you get up, you don't let nobody else see that, and then you keep it moving, you keep it pushing. Thug life.
Right.
But what about your scenario, babe? Now that I'm out of the hot seat, because
it's crazy. It's crazy because I was sitting here and I just remember that I was outed twice. And the second time I didn't even remember. Like, you have some memories and some traumatic experiences where you just kind of push it to the back of your mind. That's kind of what that was. But the first time was really to my family, and that started with the very, very first guy that I decided to explore that curiosity with. Right? I was 16, he was 20. And, he was already kind of in the life and experience versus me. I mean, I just really didn't know anything, right? All I knew is that I had these feelings and that was it. Needless to say, we continued on this journey of attempting to get to know each other and like merge lives, etc. Again, I really was just kind of, young and just naive. And
figure out life.
Yeah, and like I really
a child.
Being, I guess, nice or whatever as I was, like I really invited him into my world and my space, etc. And he took advantage of all the knowledge that was shared to him. Again, was him trying to push something that I wasn't ready for. So, I mean, at that time, your first experience being gay, you're not thinking about love. In a lot of cases, and especially where I'm from, where you're not supposed to be. Like, I wasn't thinking that the possibility of loving a man even existed. Like, it was just something that I felt that I thought, I would have explored here and there and it would go away, or maybe I wouldn't at all and I just wouldn't know what it was. Needless to say, I invited him in, and the very knowledge that he gained from being part of my world is what he used against me, right? So I think one of the most painful experiences I had during that time was after he did it. So he wanted to really move on quickly to have a relationship and whatnot. And to me, like, I just didn't want that. I tried it. The cycle was pretty toxic. And I decided to pull back. And he was mad. He got really offended the fact that I didn't want to be with him anymore, being around him. And he decided to go to my family's company and just out me, right? He sat with the 2 receptionists and he literally told them everything he could, everything he remembered, everything he knew. Like, as I said, down to describing like the sheets on the bed, the layout of the home, paintings on the wall, because I'd invited him into one of my uncle's homes. And,
Yikes.
He really, really just spilled the beans. And he felt that because I had a conversation, like I didn't speak to him after that whole ordeal. My family just posted me to my mom in Grenada. I didn't speak to him until I got back in my 20s. I ran into him and he apologized actually, saying, you know, he thought that if he
I didn't even know that.
had alienated me from my family, then I would have had no choice but to come running back to him. And I think that was just the most fucked up thing anyone could have even conjure up in their mental state, to really just destroy someone's life just for their own personal gain. And it's something that happens, it has happened to a lot of people, and you know, it just sucks. Right? That was one. The next one I'll touch on very quickly. Because I literally just remembered it. I was in college, right? And at this time, this was probably my first real relationship. I was dating this guy, whatever, and it was just crazy because one of his exes, who was ridiculously flamboyant, like he really thought at that time in life, whatever, being like that just wasn't something that we were used to. So, but it was weird that my current boyfriend had something with that person, and because of that, that person had some sort of vendetta against me, and it was like their life's mission to put my business out there. And I think probably the most embarrassing moment I've had in that situation was one day I went to school and my name was posted on like a notice to come to the dean's office. I was like, what the hell is this about, whatever? Not knowing that this dude now was going around telling people that I was gay and I was, messing with his dude. And, he was going to let everybody know and let the whole school know. And that's kind of what he did. So I remember I threatened him. That's when he went to the dean, because I was threatening to beat the shit out of him.
Beat that ass.
And he went to the dean to kind of, get his veil of protection. But that shit really pissed me off because I was just trying to get my grades and get the hell home to my nigga who wasn't his no more. But
ouch. Yikes.
But he was mad. That had nothing to do with me. Like, y'all shit was over. So that was just crazy. So twice I've had to live in that reality with my business being on the street that really had nothing to do with me putting it there. And yeah, y'all stop that shit, okay?
Alright, it's not cool.
That shit is not cool, and
And
it took a lot of work and years to get over shit like that because in both cases I was still relatively young, and yeah.
But on that note, again, we wanted to share these video or post this video because we felt like maybe both of our experiences could help someone else. Know that there is a way out. You do not. Suicide is not the answer.
No, you're gonna make it through that shit.
Right.
It might be hard because in the moment, like you never see the end goal and you never see the end of the tunnel.
Right.
But I mean, you grow up.
Right. And you got this.
Yeah,
come on now, small shit to a giant.
Yeah.
Come on now.
And
you got way more to live for it, and that experience will be a little chapter in the book called life.
Yeah.
Trust me, you gonna look back and you're gonna be hee like us, like we are.
I mean,
right now.
The thing about it is like I am a firm believer of starting over. I really am. Like I would move and I would go somewhere else because there are some places the locality of it just isn't for you, right? So to me, like if that's an option for you, or if it's not yet, figure out if that's something you want and just go, start over. And you'll see that just by making that move and exposing yourself to a new environment, you're able to thrive and really just have a better life. I mean, with us, we both moved here to Florida.
And if you are not at that moment where you can move, there's little things you can do. Change your circle. Start reading positive things, little, Instagram quotes here and there. Watch some positive videos in the morning. Know that your day is there's a lot of things you can do to have that positive mindset. So that way it can kind of help you and, maneuver through a lot of those
definitely
hard things that life, curveballs that life throws you.
Yeah, and definitely make sure, of course, you have a support network. No man is an island, and we definitely cannot survive alone.
Right. Somebody to talk to, at least one person, because I know I've always had that. But other than that, y'all, please like, subscribe, comment, share your experiences. Let us know if you have an experience that you've experienced
If
and
you've
you're
been
open with
outed,
sharing.
if you've been outed and you want to
Drop it
share
in the
that
comments.
story,
Let us know.
we definitely will share it as well.
Right. Or if you have a
So-
question, you can leave it in the comments or go to our Instagram at Kerry and Pierre.
Guys, love you.
All right.
All right.
Thanks.
Peace.